With winter weather quickly approaching, there are so many options to keep yourselves warm. These are just some of the products that stores are carrying to help people prepare for the winter.
These are some of the donuts from one of the vendors at the festival. All of the ingredients are farmed locally.
The suspects of the shooting, as well as 2 handguns, were found in the brown house behind me. While people of the area are uneasy about the situation, they say they will continue to live their lives on normally. There are plenty of ways to deal with stress during exam season. Things like exercising, taking study breaks, and staying hydrated are all great ways to stay calm before exams.
Last-minute shoppers still have plenty of options to perfect their Halloween costumes. Residents and business owners in the area are still being inconvenienced by the MCOR construction. As you can see, Green Street traffic is being diverted to alternate routes. As Illinois moves into the winter season, colder temperatures means Champaign-Urbana residents will be trying to find ways to keep warm. For many, that means changing what they wear. Winter clothing customer John Hall is no stranger to cold weather.
That'll create an air pocket between the two.
He says he intends to stay warm this winter.
I spend a lot of time outside at night where I work, dealing with snow and salting, and so gotta keep dry, you gotta keep the wind off of you.
Clothing stores in the area are doing its best to accommodate people like Hall. Champaign Surplus is one example of these stores, as I saw today. General Manager Mickey Hollum says the store has changed its inventory in preparation for the winter months.
We will really shift to outerwear. Working on getting base layers, appropriate technical clothing, lots of coats, hats, scarves, gloves, so that boots for snow.
With winter weather quickly approaching, there are so many options to keep yourselves warm. These are just some of the products that stores are carrying to help people prepare for the winter. But Hall has his own clothing tips for the winter.
Layers is the most important thing about keeping warm in the winter.
The official day of winter isn't until December 21st, but Champaign-Urbana residents are sure to need winter clothing before that. In Champaign, Jade Hilton, UI7 News. As the end of the semester approaches, students at the U of I are moving into exam season. For many, this means dealing with test anxiety, exhaustion from studying, and overall high stress levels. Freshman bioengineering student Sandra Kennedy is getting ready for her first exams of college. She says she is taking steps to make sure she doesn't get too stressed out from studying.
I just try not to put too much on my plate, and make sure if I'm ever feeling overwhelmed, I'll stop and I'll take a break and make sure I'm not too overstressed out.
Meanwhile, mechanical engineering student Noah Legensky says he is preparing for his exams in a different way.
I'm sleeping a lot more, actually. I've gotten a good 8 hours past 5 nights. But besides that, I'm going on Reddit a lot, YouTube videos. Avoiding.
There are plenty of ways to deal with stress during exam season. Things like exercising, taking study breaks, and staying hydrated are all great ways to stay calm before exams. The university is acknowledging that exam stress can be a serious issue for some students. Chancellor Robert Jones issued a mass email directing students to programs and services that deal with stress management.
Since everyone's kind of going through the same thing, it's also nice to go to someone to just talk about your problems, where it's not put down oh, everyone else is having the same struggles.
Although exam week officially begins this Friday, you can bet students will be preparing much before then.
I don't know.
In Champaign, Jade Hilton, UI7 News. Residents of the Urbana area were startled as shots were fired near the 200 block of South Grove early Tuesday morning. Deputies and Urbana police officers arrived in the area and found 2 victims of gunshot wounds. The suspects of the shooting were later arrested by police. Scott and Tina Wyatt live on the block of South Grove. They say they were a few of the first to be awoken by the shooting.
Sounded like somebody tossed a roll of 50 firecrackers, black caps, only louder, and woke me up. I was just going to go back to sleep, and suddenly there's all this commotion and cop cars showing up.
Sylvia Morgan is the Urbana Deputy Chief of Police. She says that recently her department has been forced to step up patrol in the area.
Unfortunately, I think that we've had a significant amount of gun violence over the past couple of years that has been, on the rise slightly. However, over the last couple of weeks, I would say that it has increased exponentially, and so that's why we're making some special efforts trying to get things under control.
The suspects of the shooting, as well as 2 handguns, were found in the brown house behind me. While people of the area are uneasy about the situation, they say they will continue to live their lives on normally.
Sad day, but we got to go on. But we also need to become more, getting more involved and maybe start a community action project where we all get together and start, something to prevent this.
In Urbana, I'm Jade Hilton, UI7 Newsbreak. Illinois men's basketball is back in action tomorrow at 7 p.m. The Illini dropped their Big Ten home opener to Maryland by 1 point in overtime. The team is now on a 3-game losing streak after opening the season 6-0. The Illini will look to bounce back against Austin Peay. There's a certain man in Champaign that has his last-minute costume ready, and it's all because of his little girl. The Illini are led by juniors Jordan Poulter and Ali Bastianelli. Both players were elected to the All-Northeast region by the American Volleyball Coaches Association. Poulter is leading the offense with a team-high 10.7 assists per set. Bastianelli is holding down the defense with 193 total blocks. Right now, she's ranked first in the Big Ten and second in the country. Another controversy closer to home, the end of the Obama-era executive order about DACA will affect nearly 800,000 so-called dreamers. Tonight, UI7's Charlotte Collins shows you how some U of I deferred action recipients are rallying in the face of uncertainty.